Hey guys, it's me again, and guess what I'm going to be talking about? Timing. Timing is so important in relation to buying a home and when you actually do things. I have been involved in, count hundreds of transactions. And what I find is when clients kind of listen to us as the realtors and let us guide them timing wise through a real estate transaction, and I'm talking about this is again well before you ever hop into that car or even get online and start looking at houses and find your dream house. If you aren't buying your house cash, you are going to need a mortgage, and that is a very involved process. Getting a mortgage loan is completely different than, say, getting an auto loan or getting a personal loan. It is so involved, and it can be stressful, but the only time I notice that it's stressful for my clients is when they've started too late, timing wise. I have had clients where we are under contract and they decide, oh, I want to shop my rate around. Not a good idea. That is when you put an unreal amount of stress, not only upon yourself, but upon that poor lender that you might try to hop to. Because again, remember, you're already under contract at this time. So that's not the time to try to get the money situated. When you're under contract, now we have to get the property inspected, and there are just a mountain of things that could happen that are out of our control, even just with the property. So when I say timing, starting early, getting things knocked out, there are some things that are going to be out of our control. So in order to minimize stress, we control what we can, right? So if we can control already having who we're going to go with, already having that lender secured, already having all your questions answered by that lender, you already know what to expect for closing costs and your down payment. You already know those things, because guess what? When it's time to find the property, I need your mind focused on the property, and we're going to do inspections and walkthroughs and things like that. And you will get terribly stressed and overwhelmed because once you're under contract, of course, that lender that you're still working with, they're going to be asking for updated documents, pay stubs. The underwriter might request something that lender didn't think they would, but now they've requested that, and you need to go back to 1996 and explain why you had this bill floating out there. You never know. So it is just simply not the time to shop lenders or try to get the money part figured out while you're already under contract. So what I am seeing is when my clients listen to me and we do a buyer consult, we get the money part handled, we know our lender, we know our lending team, all of the questions have been answered, then we can shop freely for the house. And once we get under contract with the house, then I've got your mind for all the things that are going to go on before we get to the closing table. 9 times out of 10, when our clients don't listen to us and want to do it their way, trouble ensues. They get easily overwhelmed, easily stressed. And then it's like, oh, buying a house is so hard. It really is not. It really isn't. Now, yes, there'll be some circumstances that we can't control, but if we can kind of guide this process, it doesn't have to be near as stressful as people make it, simply by not listening to the professionals and taking our advice on how to move through a real estate transaction. So timing is so important, and having a professional realtor at your side from the very beginning will help minimize what can be a stressful process. We can help minimize that. Because of course, there's inherent stress in moving. There always is. People not doing what they're supposed to do. The movers didn't show up in time, or things that happen in the transaction. One of the sellers gets sick. They can't move out of the house in time. There's a number of things that can happen that, again, are out of our control. So we want to control what we can. And if we can make this process easier on you, we want to, because it also makes it easier on us. Because I don't abandon my clients. When the going gets tough, hey, the tough get going, and I'm there all the way. But 9 times out of 10, it's stuff that could have been avoided with simple timing if they would have just listened to me. So, and other realtors, you can show this to your clients, because I know you all have the same struggles sometimes where, again, we lead the horse to water, but we can't make them drink. But you can have them take it from me so that they don't think it's just you trying to tell them what to do. No, there's a reason we're telling you to do things in a manner that we're telling you to do things. We've seen it. Most people buy 1 or 2 houses their entire life. I easily sell 20 to 25 homes in a year. So we've seen just far more than the average homeowner or home purchaser. And we know what we want you to avoid. And that's a lot of unnecessary stress, okay? So if you get us, listen to us. We're on your side, okay? And that's why you need a realtor. Talk to you guys later.